Okay, this is a few words about the Overtone series. We've been talking about sound and getting a ringing sound and talking to the piano with your sound. The Overtone series is what gives your sound its richness. And if you can learn to access the Overtone series, it'll open up some doors into some interesting areas. The flute or the trumpet, for a flautist or a trumpet player, it's a natural part of playing to lip up to the octave above you. There's not an octave key on those instruments. We have an octave key which we use, which makes this a particularly easy instrument to play. But you can explore the Overtone series without using the octave key as a way of learning to access the Overtone series and enrich the quality of your sound. So I'm going to go back to the note concert B flat, a C on my instrument, and I'm going to play first just a regular octave with the octave key. Now, I'm going to play the same interval without using the octave key. So I'm just going to increase the intensity of my air stream and see if I can hear that octave and get my horn to produce it. Okay, the next note up in the series is the fifth above the first octave. So you're going I'm talking in my key, C, up an octave to C, up a fifth to G. So I'm not using the octave key. Okay? Now, a nice exercise to do when you're doing this is to see if you can hear that interval all the way up an octave and a fifth and go straight at it. Okay, the next note in the series is the octave above the G, so now we're jumping 2 octaves. I'll get there gradually and then I'll see if I can make the jump entirely for 2 octaves. For me, again, the key is being able to hear it in my mind before I try to execute it. If I can hear it, I can usually get it. And that's because I have the note in my mind and I'm not guessing at what it is. I'm just hearing it and saying, go get that. Generally speaking, when I do that, I can make it happen. Now I'll see if I can go get that 2 octave jump. You see what I did there? I was a little unsure, so I played it with the octave key. Oops. I played it with the octave key to confirm what I was hearing in my mind, so that I had a better picture of what I was aiming for. Okay, so that's the basic idea, and you can do that from any note. Before we go on, there's one more interval. There's a number more of intervals further up the series, but I generally go up to the third above that octave. So that's going to be an E on this horn. On my horn, that note is pretty squirrely, so we'll see if I can get it out. opens up an interesting zone. That's there. I was able to create the two notes at the same time. You'll hear people like Coltrane exploring that territory, letting both notes sound. That note is particularly difficult on my horn. I'll try it one more time in B flat at the low B flat on my horn. See if the third above the octave comes out a little better. Okay, so you can do that from B flat at the bottom, B, C, C sharp. Those are the ones that I find work best for exploring the overtone series. You can try it from D and E flat. On my horn, those notes get squirrelier the higher I go on the instrument. So it's not perfect. Every instrument is different, but see what you can make out of that. And then when it gets, so there's two things. One is it helps to access the overtone series, which helps enrich your sound. And the other zone it opens up is false fingerings, where you can start to use the regular fingering and the non-octave key fingering to create double fingerings. We'll get into that a little bit more in the next video, but basically something like this. See what you can make of the overtone series.